Happening, this big cat A, we back in this thing, big Kwasimodo. So I forget the channel sometimes. I know it's been a minute. Well, on the other channel, yes, I did laundry. I'm wearing the same shirt in a couple of videos. I don't give a fuck. But anyways, yes, it's been a while on this specific channel. On the main channel, by the way, go subscribe to that. You already know, K.A.Vuitton, go check that out. You know what I'm saying? If you want your daily dose of K.A., go check that out real quick. You know what I'm saying? But basically, my quasites. It's been a minute. I took a break off that channel as well. Getting tired, life was catching up with me, and I was a little exhausted. There's just too much. There's too much, and then sometimes I cover it as kind of old, and I'm just getting a little tired. So I was like, fuck it, let me take a little break, let me relax a little bit. But anyways, I'm back. So we here to talk about this. What's a situation with Becky Joe? Basically, if you haven't heard about it, this lady, Becky Joe, who's like a Twitch streamer, content creator, basically she tried to compete in, basically there was an organization that was doing a I believe Call of Duty tournament, some type of FPS tournament, and she wanted to apply, stating that, oh, she is like with us, part of the culture, like she is biracial. Now, honestly, looking at her, she looks like a white girl. Not gonna lie. If we keeping it a buck, we gonna keep it a buck in this video. She look like a white girl. Maybe she mixed with a little something, maybe Hispanic or some sort. But yeah, she did not have, in my opinion, any black features. So boom, a lot of people were like, what are you doing, this and that, and this? And a lot of people did come to her defense, right? A lot of people's like, well, she's part of the culture and this and that and this. So this is where I have an issue with this. Number one, right? To be fair, I have met some biracial people that, even though they're biracial or they seem more Caucasian, certain features of theirs, you could be like, oh, he with the guys, whether it's the hair texture or this and that and this, he's with the guys. So that was one of the things. Baby girl just looks like a white girl. Sorry if we're keeping it. Now, Becky, you seem like a nice person. First of all, I don't know if it's short for Rebecca, but the fact your name is Becky made it worse. At least if you had a name, like, you know what I'm saying, a different type of name, but your name being Becky, that's egregious. You honestly, you should blame your parents for that. Speaking for your parents, now I believe there was like a flag in her bio or whatever the hell, and it was like a Saint Vincent flag, not Caribbean flag. Now, if you do know one thing, a lot of these places are mixed. So yes, you can be from over there, but it is what it is. I met a man recently who he looked like just a regular person. I didn't know what I guess Asian country he was from, but I assumed he was Asian descent. Turns out, yes, he is Asian, but his peoples, or his parents, lived in Jamaica. So he was born in Jamaica. So yeah, he's talking to me. He looks one way, but he's talking to me like, hey, how I going, family? Why you talking? And I'm like, eh? I was perplexed. I was so confused. I was looking at him like, what y'all mean y'all from yard? I was like, y'all from what? So again, like, there's a lot of mixtures going on. So when I seen the little St. Vincent flag, I'm like, that's cool. Then she showed her that on stream, which I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. You could have some black in him or whatever have you. Because clearly I was looking at baby girl like, you have to be some type of mixture. Because there's no way, or potentially you're South African. Let's keep it above. When you see the whole Tyler thing happening with the whole colored and all this other stuff and people now. Now, the thing with Tyler is looking at her parents, it's like, I'm not going to say she doesn't have any black in her. She can. But just looking at her parents, they look more of Indian descent. So, again, we could have the discussion. But, like, with the only thing with the Tyler situation is she kept referring to herself as colored. And I'm like, you can't say that in America. Just say you mixed or say what you're mixed with. Because America, they're going to take that something else. It's fine that you refer to yourself as that in South America. But at the same time, baby girl, you in America, you do have to, like, yo, why they tweaking this and that, and this, and be like, okay, let me kind of switch up the vocabulary, or if you're not going to switch up the vocabulary, at least explain it. Don't just say you are colored, just explain what the fuck you mean. You know what I'm saying? So in this case with this Becky Joe girl, looking at her parents and even her grandparents, I'm like, baby girl, they look more of Indian descent than just a melanated person like myself. Don't get me wrong. Now, again, it is. Are we gatekeeping the culture from this woman? No. But it's also one of those things as well is, as much as, yes, we do want everybody to feel included, but let's not act. It's like when the motherfuckers come over here and they try to disrespect the Black Lives Matter movement. Don't get me wrong, there's some fuck shit going on in that organization. But the reason Black Lives Matter is a thing was because of police brutality. Let's not get it fucked up. A lot of y'all other motherfucker races, it's mostly blacks and Hispanics, I will say. That's why y'all gang with us. Like, we, you know, the blacks and Hispanics, y'all gang. Even though sometimes y'all be tweaking with us, and sometimes blacks be tweaking with the Hispanics, but it's all love. When it comes to police brutality, y'all know it's love. Like, but anyways, yeah, that's why, like, when the white people, I hate doing this, when Caucasian people come and they try to say, like, all lives matter, it's like, that's not what Black Lives Matters for. It's for police brutality. When have y'all really gone through police brutality like black people or Hispanic people? If we're really trying to have that conversation. So that's where it gets a little mucky. Because, again, now when BLM spins off into other things, no. When it comes to police brutality, I don't see how people can really argue that black people don't get bitched by police sometimes. Let's keep it a buck if we really trying to have a conversation. So in this case with the Becky Joe, I fucking am comparing it to BLM versus the All Lives Matter or whatever have you, because, listen, let's not act like everybody was inclusive in certain times. And, you know, people of color, of black people, started their own thing. They're like, oh, we're going to do this black tournament. Cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to act like fair. She doesn't have a point. And if you want to be included, that's perfectly fine. But let's not act like everybody was inclusive to these people. What happens if these people tried to get into similar tournaments? They weren't accepted. So then, sorry for the cough or burp, whatever the fuck that was. They weren't accepted. And then now they make their own thing like, yo, this is our own shit. This is what we got. We doing our own thing. And now people sitting over here like, oh, you doing this and that. It's like, well, this didn't have to be a thing if motherfuckers was more accepting. And then we just go back to that. And honestly, if she really wanted to get in, she could have said, hey, look, I like what you're doing. I ain't trying to hate. I'd love to participate and be a part of that. I personally identify as such and such, but I can understand that just looking at me or certain perspectives of me, maybe I don't fit the criteria. I'd love to participate. Maybe look at my application again. If not, it's cool. I understand. And to be fair, just looking at, now again, I don't know this girl like that. Watching bits and pieces of the content, I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't move like you part of the culture. You know what I'm saying? You don't move like you got a little melanin in you. Like, if I'm trying to keep it a book. Again, I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to sit here and make this a bigger deal than it is. But again, as much as I can, let's say, understand why she wants to be part of this tournament, I also gotta sit here and baby girl in the words of Drake and Party Next Door, like, I might want to see you spin around, do a twirl, but baby girl, just because I want to see you do that doesn't mean you part of this world. In the sense of, bro, let's keep it a buck. What I'm thinking when they said black people in the tournament, they wanted some people with melanin, they wanted dark skin or light skin people. Baby girl, like, you not even light skinned to the point, like, you do pass as a Caucasian person. If I didn't know, I would assume you're Caucasian. I'm not gonna lie, I would assume. I have friends who are clearly mixed, but they could come off. Some of them are black and white. They literally look like a Hispanic. You could not sit there and tell me, if you didn't know, you would not see that, oh, they pass their half. I swear that streamer girl Trynna goes through that as well, because, yeah, if we really go down through it, like, yeah, I think her dad is black, but looking at Trynna, you're like, yeah. And that's why she even said, like, she doesn't, I think there was some stream she was doing with Asian when they were like living together or whatever have you, but they were doing like the Call of Duty challenge, whatever the fuck they was doing. Anyways, and she said it like, yeah, I am half and half. I just don't say the N-word that much because honestly, the way my complexion is, motherfuckers will think I'm disrespectful when I say it because I don't look like I have any melanin. And I'm like, respectful. Like, you gotta own up to how you look. Like, you can be part of the culture. You can have some melanin in you. But it is what it is. Like, and sadly, this Becky girl, by the way, horrible name. To be called Becky in this situation is insane. But, baby girl, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if you did Ancestry.com. You might have 2% black, but you don't really got it like that. And again, we have seen biracial people, Logic, for instance. And it's fine, it's cool. It's just, you just gotta understand, like, there's certain things. It is what it is. It's hard to navigate as a biracial person because there's two cultures. I do get that. But it's tough. It is tough. And the pictures of your peoples, I ain't gonna lie, they look more of Indian descent than Black, African American, Africa, Caribbean. Well, they could be Caribbean descent because I know some Guyanese people who you could say. But either way, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is difficult, baby. Because you might just have to chalk this up as a loss. I ain't gonna lie. You might have to chalk this up as a loss. It is what it is. Listen, I'm not trying to make her journey difficult, but hey, you could just support it keep it pushing. It is what it is. And to be fair, like, again, just watching a couple clips, you come off a certain way. That if we didn't really look at your ancestry or your parents or whoever, like, we would think you're one thing. But yeah, what do y'all think about this? You already know what it is. It's your big dog Kwasimodo back in the building. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you already know, toodaloo, Kwasimodo out the room.